Hi guys! So today's video is a bit of a stepping stone for this YouTube channel. It just so happens to be my 100th video on Bookish Thoughts, which is a pretty good feeling. I feel like I have accomplished something, and I feel that it's turned out quite nicely that my 100th video should be my BookTube-A-Thon TBR. I didn't get to do a BookTube-A-Thon last year, so I'm so excited to take part this year and upload daily vlogs and just really get into the spirit of it this time. So let's look at the books that I plan on reading next week. First things first is a graphic novel, and that's Sally Heathcote, Suffragette. This graphic novel is based on the real life of an important member of the suffrage movement, Sally Heathcote. It has really beautiful illustrations with really lovely pops of colour, and I'm really excited to read it. Non-fiction graphic novels are one of my favourite concepts. I think it's such a fun, easy and enjoyable way to get an insight into a historical period or the life of a historical figure. The next book is also a non-fiction, although more in the traditional sense, and that is Courtesans and Fishcakes, The Consuming Passions of Classical Athens by James Davidson. I have actually already started this book. I am 25 pages in, but I decided to put it down and save the rest of it for the BookTube-A-Thon, although I was really enjoying the 25 pages I did read. It's just a really great piece of ancient history because you can just pick it up and read it from cover to cover, and it manages to keep your attention. I'm really looking forward to letting you guys know what I think of this just from an everyday reader's perspective rather than a scholarly one. Then I have something which I was going to say is a little bit lighter, but actually the genre isn't really a light genre, but it is fiction, and it is Say Her Name by James Dawson. This is a young adult horror retelling of the Bloody Mary scary story. I'm sure most of you are familiar with it. You stand in the mirror, say her name, and she comes and gets you. I am just really in the mood for some horror, and I've been really excited to read this book since I was sent it by Heathcote Publishing, and I know a lot of you want to see a review for this one. And then I have a piece of actual ancient literature, and that is Lucius Apuleius' The Golden Ass. This is another one I've started. I am 49 pages in, but I still have 200 to go, so I thought I would just pick this one up because I really do want to finish it. I was really enjoying it. It is kind of absurd and rude and hilarious thus far, so I'm really excited to see where the story goes. And it follows a young man's misadventures with magic. And last but not least on my set TBR is The Name of the Rose by Umberto Eco. This story is told from the perspective of a young monk who's recounting the story of his mentor, a monk called William, both of whom arrive at a monastery to find out there has been some suspicious murders. And again, I have vaguely started this. I'm on page 32, and so far it is somewhat reminiscent of Sherlock Holmes, at least in the narrator-protagonist relationship, and that just warms my heart. So I'm really excited to read the rest of this book. Who knows, maybe I will get a chance to add some more books to my TBR, but for now I feel like 5 is a good goal, and I have an interesting selection, so I shouldn't get bored. And all in all, I'm really looking forward to just getting into the community spirit and joining in on Twitter sprints. Just ticking a good few books off of my TBR list. I'll probably do book reviews of all of these books, so look out for those if you're interested. And if you're taking part in the BookTube-A-Thon, then let me know what your TBR is. I'd be really interested to find out. And if you've read any of the books I mentioned in this, please let me know which ones are your favourites so I know where to start. Good luck to everyone taking part in the BookTube-A-Thon, and I will see you all on Monday. Bye guys!